I was watching a movie the other day, an old Western. You see the theme in modern cop shows too. But the good guy had his family was killed and the house was burned down. They stole all his cattle. Everyone thought he was insane because he attacked the bad guy and his 10 hired hands all at the same time. And the good guy was badly wounded, but he kept fighting, killed the bad guy, killed half of his hired hands, and the rest ran away. He prevailed because he had nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. He had no family, he had no property, he had no fear. Because he had nothing to lose. So he didn't fight not to lose. He fought simply to take the fight to the enemy. Everyone dies, it's just a matter of how we die and when. But what's more important is what we live for. When we die, we don't take anything with us. Our house, it's a nice house, whatever. Cars, RVs. We don't even take with us our reputation as being easy to get along with. I just don't understand why so many Christians are so focused on trying to fit in. Why is it so important that we not offend somebody at work by talking about God? The truth is, if we do it right, we can talk about God all day and not offend people. Why is it so important that we buy a bigger house every few years until there comes a day that after the kids have left, we're living in a great big old house and we never use it for anything? The Bible teaches us that we should be hospitable. Do we do that? Or do we say, well, I don't know them that well. They can stay in a motel like everyone else. This is what the Bible teaches us. And you don't know them that well because you don't invite them into your house. You get to know people. In my travels, I have people invite me to stay in their house. And I get to know those people and they become friends. And surprisingly, most of them invite me back. Hospitality. It's supposed to be a Christian trait. What a waste of money those beautiful houses are. A couple raises 3 kids in a 2,000 square foot house, and after the kids leave home, they got a 3,000 square foot house. Why is it so important that we buy another car every couple years? Maybe not new, but newer. Now, you can't tell me that if you're buying a new car every 2 to 4 years, that your old car is no good. Cars last for years, I know, because I'm driving an 84 El Camino and a 93 Chevy Astrovan. My wife's driving a 97 Buick Century. John's driving a 2000 pickup. And Ruth is driving a 2006 Toyota RAV4. That's our good car. That one's 8 years old. And let me tell you something, people. Cars at 8 years old, or 14 years old, or 17 years old, or 20 years old. Wait, that's 30 years old on the El Camino. Hey, they still run. Now, yeah, some cars break down, but most of them are still running if they're well taken care of. If you take care of your car, you could keep it for 10 or 20 years. And instead of buying a new one, you can use that money for God's glory. Or if you're going to buy a new car, why trade in your old one? Why not give it to somebody that needs to be blessed? Your new car, your old car is newer than the pastor's new car, give it to the pastor. And no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, wherever you are. If there's somebody in your church that's working at minimum wage but supporting their family, bless them with your used car. You think it's a piece of junk, to them it'll be the greatest blessing they've ever gotten. But I digress. I can go on this. Here's the thing. Why do most Christians not do evangelism? Because they want to fit in, not be considered weird or fanatical. Because they don't have time. They're busy building up their house and taking care of their precious yard. Listen, people, I want to be considered fanatical. I want it. Just sure seems to me like most Christians are focused on things. Things that don't matter, things that aren't going to last. You focus your life on things and then you die. Things are no good. Paul tells us in Philippians 3:8, he says, I consider everything lost for the tremendous joy and value of knowing Christ Jesus as Lord. I consider everything else lost. I consider them garbage or rubbish, he says. Things. Garbage. Things. Rubbish. Did Paul live his life that way? Absolutely. Am I suggesting you sell your house and your cars and whatnot? Maybe. Why don't you ask God and see what he has to say? As for me, I have nothing to lose, and I will not be silent. I'm in a battle against Satan, and I will not quit because I have nothing to lose. Satan can't touch my salvation, and nothing else on this earth matters. Am I a fanatic? Yes, and more so. What about you?